Hej alla, välkommen tillbaka. Tack för sist. Welcome back and thank you for the last time. I really appreciate all the views, the follows, the comments, even the ones that are negative. It's cool. I can take it. If you like what you see, a thumbs up, a subscription is great. I appreciate it. And if you don't, if you just want to watch part of the video or none of the video, slide on past. That's everybody's different. But I have to address a video I did yesterday or the day before. It makes me sad, is all it does. So I did a video and I was wearing an American flag on my shirt. I say it all the time. I don't talk politics or religion on this channel. I might brush up against it here and there, but it just leads nowhere good. But I got a comment, and the person was polite. Don't get me wrong. They're entitled to their opinion. But, I was talking about politeness in society, and they said, well, if you wear a shirt like that and go into a business, they know you're right-wing, blah, 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 blah. Which I've never worn the shirt into a business. It's a brand new shirt. But listen, I don't lean one way or the other. I can't stand politics. I can't stand politicians. I don't care who they are. I don't care who's president, who's this, that. I don't care. I have tried really hard to weed that out of my life. I used to be into it when it was friendly. Do you remember after 9/11? Everybody had an American flag on their vehicle. I mean, it was, I don't know, 9 out of 10. And it didn't matter which way you leaned politically, you were American. I am proud to be American. I have lived in Norway and Canada, and I love it here. I know there are flaws here, don't get me wrong. I don't think we're some perfect country. But I get to do something like this. I get to run a business. I started my business from scratch. I've been running it for 40 years now. Now, I work my ass off in that business, but it's provided a nice life, and you cannot do that everywhere in the world. You just can't. But the fact that showing an American flag is somehow you're a whack job or something, well, I'm not. I'm a very moderate person to start with. I can talk to anybody about anything one-on-one. I will not, like, if I go to a bar, I'm not going to talk politics or religion with somebody I don't know. That's part of the reason I don't do it on here, because no matter what I say, no matter what side I would come down on, half the people are going to be pissed off and hate me, which that makes me sad too. It didn't used to be like that in the, when I was growing up in the 70s and 80s. I didn't know what my girlfriend's political affiliations were. I had quite a few girlfriends back in the day. I could not tell you what any of them, who they voted for or what their politics were. Sometimes not even their religion. I don't know what the solution is. We've become so divided. You see it on late night TV. They basically pick a side, and that's what you go with. I'm not doing that. I am not any kind of wacko on one side or the other. In fact, I think the extremes on both sides is what's really hurting us as a country and dividing us. And I know some of you are going to say, well, this is political talk here. I disagree. I just want to be able to talk with somebody without them, especially, okay, here's a quick story. I listened to this podcast. This guy was recently divorced, and he was kind of dating again, just started getting back into the dating game. And he had kind of talked over Zoom with this woman a couple times. They seemed to really hit it off. They had very similar tastes, same age kids, blah, blah. And they finally decided, let's get together and have coffee. It looks like we really get along. We really hit it off here after several of these conversations. But just right before they were to meet for coffee, I don't know if she called or texted him, I don't remember. She says, I forgot to ask, I need to know what your political affiliation is. And he wrote something like, are you serious? Oh yeah, I have to know. And so he told her, well, I lean slightly one way. And he said which way. And boom, instant, she says, oh, nope, I could never deal with that. I can't deal with that. Wait, that's it. We're over. Maybe some of you think that way. I would never. I mean, I've been married for 30 years. I was married for 5.5 years before that to my ex-wife. But if I happened to be in the single world again, God forbid, I never want to be in the single world again. I'd probably just stay a bachelor if my wife gets tired of me. But that wouldn't be a thing. Hey, Freya, Espa, come here. Good puppies. So I know there's going to be input on this video. Let me know what you think. Seriously though, I'm not some, I don't lean way any direction. I really try to see good on both sides. And there is good on both sides. And there is bad on both sides. And there's good in the middle and there's bad in the middle. But at 62 years old, I've decided I don't need that. I see my parents are very into politics. They watch a certain brand of TV every day, and it doesn't make them happier. My wife's parents, I mean, her dad's passed away now, but they used to watch the other side of TV politics, and they're not happy. Do you know anybody that's happy when they're talking politics? If you're on opposite sides, it's so rare that you can just talk. I actually was playing poker. This will be the last story. I was playing poker a couple of years ago in Oklahoma City, and these two guys were complete opposite politically. One was quite far right, one was quite far left. And they sat and had a discussion. The one was like 25 and the other was probably 60. And they had a pleasant conversation. And I was like, guys, please don't talk politics here. But that's all I said, and that was it. I didn't say any more. But it was a very civilized, pleasant conversation. They disagreed, but they did so respectfully. And I went up to the older guy after, and I said, man, I thought that was so cool that you guys could disagree, but do it friendly and keep it civil. I think we need more of that in this country, not less. But people are going to believe what they want to believe, just like the person that made the comment on my shirt yesterday just assumed that I'm some right-wing wacko, I guess, is what they assumed. But like I said, they were very pleasant about it. I'm not slamming on that person. I wrote them and said, I appreciate your input, no matter what you think of me, because you don't know me, I don't know you. But I will tell you, what you see on these videos, that's me. Maybe my stories drag out too long. Maybe I don't get to the point of it enough. But I'm just getting back into YouTube, so hopefully you give me a little grace. Anyway, tack för denna gången. Det var så gott att snacka med alla. Thank you for this time. It's so nice interacting with all of you. I feel like you're right back here. I hope you have a beautiful day. Peace. Love.